Hey, how are you? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Drew, aka Booty Sweat, and yeah, today we're just going to be talking about the recent announcement that happened just a few days ago from Warner Brothers that Mortal Kombat 12 is shooting for a 2023 release, and I think that's pretty exciting. I don't know about you, but I am not the hugest fan of the Injustice series. I don't think they're bad games necessarily, but I just don't really like them very much. And so honestly, I'm actually really relieved that we're getting Mortal Kombat 12 and not Injustice 3 this year. I know that's going to disappoint some people, but I think actually probably most NRS fans are more excited for Mortal Kombat 12 than they would be for Injustice 3. But I'm a little late to the party. A lot of other content creators like Honeybee and Tweety and all those guys, they've all made videos about this. So I'm not really going to just talk about the announcement itself, but I'm going to kind of lay out a couple of, I guess, worries or concerns that I have for Mortal Kombat going forward. We're seeing a couple of unnerving trends, I think, with Warner Brothers games right now that I don't want to see Mortal Kombat 12 fall into as well. And the main one that I'm worried about is the whole live service model. So we saw with Multiverses, it went with a free-to-play model. And I think generally, from my friends that played it, I think they mostly enjoyed it. I think they mostly thought that the free-to-play model was fine, and I think free-to-play models can be fine even in a fighting game setting. But I just don't think that Mortal Kombat is the franchise to do that, because Mortal Kombat has traditionally with NRS and even in the past had a very extensive lore and extensive story, had a lot of single-player content aside from just, you know, like things like battle passes and stuff like that. I just don't think will fit Mortal Kombat very well, because really, you know, Mortal Kombat is about, you know, there's a story mode and there's lots and lots of single player content to keep you, you know, if you're not an online warrior, to keep you satisfied. And in fact, I think Mortal Kombat generally does a really good job of having a lot more single player content than pretty much any other fighting game on the market. So with some of the stuff that's going on with like Suicide Squad kills the Justice League or versus Justice League, whatever that's called, a lot of people are really kind of down in the dumps about that game because it's going to be a live service Marvel's Avengers style game. With battle passes, and it's always persistently online, all of that kind of stuff. Mortal Kombat 11 has a couple of those issues that I don't think are too pervasive, but they still kind of get on my nerves sometimes. Sometimes when you're trying to get like rewards, like unlocks and stuff, it has to check with the server, and if you don't have a connection, you won't get your rewards. I think that's really annoying. I also think that the presence of microtransactions is really unwelcome in Mortal Kombat from my perspective. I don't like the idea that there's just this like constantly cycling store and things like that, and so I don't know, I'm a little worried about what could happen with Mortal Kombat 12 in terms of that kind of live service model, and Warner Brothers really seems to be barking up that tree right now, especially with Multiverses. If you look, there's a lot of disgruntled Multiverses players that are pissed off because the game's not really receiving updates like they thought it would, and the game kind of has that live service sort of attribute to it where it's free to play and they're just supposed to be constantly putting new content, new content in over and over again. But I've seen a lot of people say, well, they're not really updating it like they said they would. They're not really it's not really worth your time right now, even though it's free, because they're not really putting more content in the game. I don't think that would happen with a main title like Mortal Kombat 12. Obviously, Mortal Kombat 12 is going to have a way bigger budget than Multiverses and that kind of thing. But I don't know. Let me know down in the comments below. I wanted to make a short video about this because we don't know anything. The game literally has just been announced. We don't even know that it's going to get a 2023 release. That's just, I think that's what they're shooting for. That's the release window they're hoping to hit. We don't have screenshots. We don't have a trailer. We don't have anything. And so, you know, I don't want to be doom and gloom because Mortal Kombat is story-wise probably my favorite fighting game franchise, and so I just don't want to see it tarnished by all of this like super scummy live service nonsense that's going on, and I think Warner Brothers is really buying into that right now. Now that said, they did just also come out with Hogwarts Legacy, which is a very extensive single-player experience without that persistent online kind of thing, and everyone seems to really love that game. I haven't played it. I'm not a Harry Potter guy, and so I don't really have any interest in playing it, but people seem to love it a lot, and the game seems to be doing really well in terms of sales. So if anything, maybe that will be an indicator to Warner Brothers that, hey, you don't have to do games like that to make a profit. and to sell games and to have goodwill of your players. But at the same time, with Mortal Kombat, you know, it's a fighting game, and fighting games kind of inherently have that online presence, that competitive multiplayer aspect to them. And so I could see them wanting to really double down on that with Mortal Kombat 12, get more microtransactions in there, maybe even make it a free-to-play game. I hope they don't do that. I think free-to-play games in general can work well, but Mortal Kombat, again, it just is so renowned at this point for its single-player content, its story modes, all of that kind of stuff, that I just don't think that that would work. And so I don't think they'll go that route, but I'm just really crossing my fingers and hoping they don't. So anyways, that's going to be it for this one. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. I know this is just kind of a quick video, but I wanted to kind of bring this up because it does have me a little worried, but nothing too bad. I mean, I'm not like doom and gloom about it, like I said. I'm just a little worried going forward, but we'll have to see. If you're enjoying the content, make sure you like and subscribe, so on and so forth. Go follow me over on twitch.tv/bootysweat4491. I'm going to be streaming a lot more Mortal Kombat over there. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one, and be blessed.